On a clear, sunny afternoon, Mansu enjoys a joyful family lunch. The occasion is made special by a luxurious cut of meat sent by the paper-making company where he has worked faithfully for 25 years, a reward for his loyalty. His neurodivergent daughter, Rian, practices the cello, filling the home with music, while his wife, Miri, excitedly unwraps an expensive gift Mansu bought for her. Overwhelmed by gratitude and pride, Mansu pulls his family into a tight embrace, convinced his life is complete. The following day at work, everything changes. Mansu learns the company has been acquired by American investors who plan to reduce the workforce by 20%. Management is instructed to prepare a list of employees to be dismissed. Mansu pleads directly with the new owner, hoping to save his coworkers, but his words fall on deaf ears. Soon after, a colleague mentions receiving the same costly meat package, only to reveal that it was sent exclusively to employees being let go. Mansu realizes the truth. He has already been fired. Unable to face his family, Mansu joins a support group for the unemployed. During a strange but emotional ritual, participants touch their faces and repeat affirmations that their job loss isn't their fault and that their families will stand by them. Encouraged, Mansu finally calls Miri and confesses the truth, reassuring her that he'll find work again within 3 months. 13 months pass. Mansu now works a low-paying retail job with exhausting hours. He suffers from a severe toothache but refuses dental care to save money. When a friend arranges a promising interview, Mansu asks his manager for time off, only to be fired on the spot. Forced to return his uniform, he's left humiliated and nearly naked on the street. Before the interview, his friend warns him about a dreaded question regarding personal weaknesses. Mansu calls Miri for advice, but she jokingly says he cares too much about plants. Meanwhile, Miri discovers unpaid mortgage notices, signaling deep financial trouble. At the interview, Mansu is visibly anxious. When asked about his weakness, he admits he can't refuse requests, a response that costs him the job. That night, Miri announces she's taken a position at a dental clinic and presents a list of sacrifices the family must make. While Ryan may continue cello lessons, Miri proposes downsizing their cars and selling the house to pay off debts. Mansu is devastated. The home represents his childhood and years of labor. Ryan shows him a letter from the bank. They have only 3 months before foreclosure. Soon after, Miri's parents take in the family dogs temporarily. A potential buyer, Wo, arrives to inspect the house, making Mansu so uncomfortable that he leaves. Outside, he finds his son, Sion, with his best friend Jianho, who happens to be Wo's son. When Ryan cries over losing the dogs, Mansu promises they'll never abandon the house. After yet another failed interview, Mansu humiliates himself by begging a manager while blocking a bathroom door. Security intervenes, and though Mansu is scolded for lacking dignity, the manager gives him money for a drink. At a bar, Mansu drinks whiskey while watching videos by Sean Cho, a wildly successful influencer. Miri video calls him, furious that he's drinking, and tells him Ryan's cello teacher wants to meet. The teacher reveals Ryan is exceptionally gifted and requires advanced and expensive training. That evening, Mansu and Miri watch Sean Cho's corporate videos. Miri jokingly remarks that Sean Cho's job would be perfect for Mansu and laughs that he should be struck by lightning. The joke plants a dark idea in Mansu's mind. The next day, Mansu secretly follows Sean Cho around the city. At one point, he nearly drops a flower pot from a rooftop onto him, but hesitates. When the owner catches him, Mansu backs down, realizing that even if Sean Cho disappeared, competition for the job would remain fierce. Mansu devises a new plan. He buys a toy gun and a burner phone, then places a fake job listing in a paper-making magazine. Soon, hundreds of applications arrive. After carefully reviewing them, Mansu narrows the competition down to 2 men who outperform him, Balmo and Shiju. He burns the rest of the letters. Mansu retrieves his father's Vietnam War gun from a memorial, replacing it with the toy. He begins surveilling Balmo, hiding in the woods near his home. He learns the house has security cameras and witnesses Balmo's wife, Ara, secretly meeting a younger lover. Mansu nearly shoots Balmo on multiple occasions, but loses his nerve. During one encounter, Mansu is bitten by a snake. Ara helps him, incorrectly, by cutting the wound and sucking out the venom, claiming she learned it from a play. Later, Mansu discovers online that her treatment was dangerous. That night, Mansu and Miri reminisce about the past. She confesses that Cheon is from a previous relationship, though Mansu has raised him since infancy. Mansu insists blood doesn't matter. He's Cheon's real father. Still, tension grows as Miri urges him to accept any job, not just one in the paper industry. Mansu refuses, defending the industry's importance. Mansu later manipulates Balmo with a fake interview call, indirectly exposing Ara's affair. When Mansu finally confronts Balmo at gunpoint, the situation spirals into chaos. During a struggle, Mansu accidentally shoots Balmo in the shoulder. Ara strikes Mansu, the gun changes hands multiple times, and in the confusion, Ara fatally shoots Balmo. Mansu escapes. Low on fuel, Mansu stops at a gas station and learns Miri is furious. He's forgotten a costume party. She attends with her boss, Jin-ho, and dances with him. Mansu arrives too late, watching helplessly before leaving. Mansu returns to Balmo's house, buries the body, and retrieves the gun. Later, Miri confronts him at home, suspecting infidelity. Drunk and paranoid, Mansu accuses her of cheating, triggering memories of his past addiction and violence. Their marriage fractures further. Mansu then targets Shiju. After befriending him and exploiting his kindness, Mansu lures him into helping with a fake car breakdown and murders him. He hides the body in his trunk. That same night, Sion sneaks out with Jianho to steal phones. The police chase them, but only Jianho is caught. When police arrive at Mansu's home the next morning, the corpse is still in the trunk. Mansu barely manages to conceal it. At the station, Mansu pressures Sion to blame Jianho. Miri distracts Wo to prevent charges, leveraging his infidelity. The charges are dropped. Later, Sion accidentally witnesses Mansu disposing of Shiju's body in the garden. Detectives soon arrive, investigating the disappearances of Balmo and Shiju, both top candidates for the same job. Mansu slips up by speaking as if they're already dead. Miri eventually uncovers the truth, finding the toy gun and digging up the garden. Meanwhile, Mansu befriends Sean Cho, gets him drunk, knocks him out, and kills him, staging the death as an accident. Days later, Mansu lands Sean Cho's job. The company begins replacing workers with machines. The detectives clear Mansu of suspicion, believing Ara's fabricated story that Balmo killed Shiju and fled. In the final scene, Mansu walks through an empty factory on his first day, listening to music as machines run endlessly around him, his victory complete but hollow.